In this video, we brought quotes from the most expensive books in the world. Codex Leicester by Leonardo da Vinci, sold for $30.8 million. The Birds of America by John James Audubon, sold for $11.5 million. And all these books, worth over $91 million in total. Get ready to be amused by the wisdom in these books. If you're new on this channel, smash the subscribe button for 24 hours of luck and good health. Let's do it. Let's begin with this $1 book on Amazon. Pride and Prejudice by Jane Austen.
We are all fools in love. I am not afraid of being overpowered by the impression. It will pass away soon enough. The more I see of the world, the more am I dissatisfied with it. The distance is nothing when one has a motive. It is a truth universally acknowledged that a single man in possession of a good fortune must be in want of a wife. The Tales of Beadle the Bard by J.K. Rowling, sold for $3.98 million in 2007. Magic causes as much trouble as it cures. We are all human, aren't we? Every human life is worth the same, and worth saving. No man or woman alive, magical or not, has ever escaped some form of injury, whether physical, mental, or emotional. Differences of habit and language are nothing at all, if our aims are identical and our hearts are open. You must be the one to kill me, Severus. Only then will the Dark Lord trust you completely. It is our choices that show what we truly are, far more than our abilities. Where your treasure is, there will your heart be also. Next book. The First Book of Urizen by William Blake, estimated to be worth $4.5 million. And the first age was the age of intellect, and the serpent was a sail in white, and the foundation of death a rock of grey. For in every bosom is a double world of shadows. Urizen trembled, he beheld in every wind that blows. But now the fourfold vision sees his terror, and his joy, and the wrath of lovers' wild fury. And a web, dark and cold, throughout all the tormented elements, stretching from pole to pole. His spears, his arrows, and his death-bearing guns around utter a deadly groan. And Eternals beheld his tears, a globe of blood tinging the moon. Next book, The Northumberland Bestiary, estimated to be worth $5.4 million. In the eyes of beasts, we glimpse the mysteries of the natural world. As creatures of the earth, we are bound to the same rhythms as the animals. The Northumberland Bestiary reminds us that every living being has its unique place in the tapestry of life. In the graceful flight of birds, we find the elegance of freedom. Like the creatures in the bestiary, each of us has our own symbolic story to tell. In the animal kingdom, diversity is a testament to the beauty of creation. Next book, the Gutenberg Bible, sold for $5.4 million in 1987. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. The printed word has the power to spread knowledge to the farthest corners of the earth. Next book, First Folio by William Shakespeare, sold for $6.2 million in 2001. Our doubts are traitors, and make us lose the good we oft might win by fearing to attempt. The better part of valour is discretion, in the which better part I have sought my life. This above all, to thine own self be true. There is nothing either good or bad, but thinking makes it so. Next book, The Canterbury Tales by Geoffrey Chaucer, estimated to be worth $7.5 million. Gladly would he learn, and gladly teach. Forbid us something, and that thing we desire. The life so short, the craft so long to learn. Better to be lowly born, and range with humble livers in content, than to be perked up in a glistering grief, and wear a golden sorrow. The greatest scholars are not usually the wisest people. If gold rusts, what then can iron do? Next, the Basson book sold for $14.2 million in 2013. Make a joyful noise to God, all on the earth. The Lord Most High is terrible, a great king in his might. My heart is fixed, O Lord, my heart is fixed to sing. Next book, The Birds of America by John James Audubon, sold for $11.5 million in 2010. In the flight of birds, we find the freedom to soar beyond our limitations. Just as every feather contributes to a bird's beauty, every small effort adds to our greater purpose. Audubon's art teaches us that nature's canvas is boundless, and we are all artists in our own way. Nature is a boundless canvas, and we are all artists in our own way. Lastly, Codex Leicester by Leonardo da Vinci, sold for $30.8 million in 1994. Time stays long enough for those who use it. He who loves practice without theory is like the sailor, who boards a ship without a rudder and compass and never knows where he may cast. The noblest pleasure is the joy of understanding. Nature is full of infinite causes that have never occurred in experience. Simplicity is the ultimate sophistication. Learn how to see. Realize that everything connects to everything else. Which of this quote inspires you the most? The $1 book or the $1 million books? Let's know at the comments section below, and don't forget to subscribe.